I'm Hava, and today we are hanging out in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Oftentimes I'm exploring something for the first time with you here on this channel, but I actually used to live in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, so these are my old stomping grounds and I love them enough to come back and hang out and show you around. So this is a video you are going to want to stick with till the end because I've got some really awesome things planned since I have experience here. As we head to our first stop, the first thing you should know is that Williamsburg, Brooklyn is one of the largest neighborhoods in, I don't think just Brooklyn, but also New York City. Behind me is what's called Hasidic Williamsburg, which is an Orthodox Jewish community within Williamsburg. But this neighborhood is very diverse overall. It has very interesting history. In fact, in the 70s, it was a pretty rough area. I don't know if you've heard of Los Sudas, but this is actually a documentary that was made about this area of Williamsburg that we are walking through right now, which is called the South Side, because Williamsburg is so large that it is kind of referred to as the South Side and the North Side. And unfortunately, it used to be a pretty dangerous place, but it's now become one of the hippest neighborhoods in New York City. Now we are actually already on our first stop in this particular video because we are doing a walk down memory lane. Now I'm gonna be honest, this is a little bit of a personal thing for me because these are the places that I used to walk all the time when I lived here, and I'm gonna show you the apartment where I used to live, the building and everything. So let's zoom over there. If you've been following me for a long time and you're an OG follower on Instagram, which you should definitely check out, by the way, if you haven't already, and also go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications on this channel here if you haven't already. This is what I used to post every morning when I woke up. This was the building that you were seeing in my photographs because that means right behind me is where I used to live. Yes, this is where I lived. Specifically, I lived on the second floor, so not right here, but one up, and I lived in that room right there. Yes, that was my window, and I loved it here. It's a walk-up building, which is why it was nice to be on the second level because that means only one flight of stairs, and it was really nice inside too. I really loved my time living here in Williamsburg, but now it's time to move on. I'm in a new chapter of my life, but we're gonna go ahead and explore some of the restaurant scene because this is one of the best places in New York City for food. And one of my old roommates when we lived here, he was very well traveled, and he said he felt like it's not even some of the best food in New York. He felt like it was some of the best food in the whole world. If you are a foodie, this is going to be your heaven. This behind me is L'Industrie Pizza, which is some of the best pizza in Williamsburg. So good that I took my parents here when they came to visit me last year, which means I put my money behind it, quite literally. And also when I brought my parents, I told them that this would be the place to get pizza in Williamsburg. So you definitely should. I love the architecture here in New York and how it changes from neighborhood to neighborhood, so I had to capture some of it here in Williamsburg for you. Hi, I'd like to check in for one.
You want to put your name on the wait list for one?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in sitting at the bar?
I'd love a table. What's the difference in the wait time?
no wait for the bar, about 30-35 minutes for a table.
I'll wait for the table.
Hava?
Yes.
Wonderful. Awesome.
I've been here before. Sunday in Brooklyn is one of the coolest restaurants in Williamsburg and probably in the entire city. I've eaten here before and it's worth eating here again to show you the experience. And they even sometimes have pop-ups in other places. At least last year they had a pop-up in the South Street Seaport District, which I also have a video on this channel, by the way, that you can check it out. So the wait is not that bad. Only a 30 to 35 minute wait, which I was getting ready to wait for 2 hours. So I'm very happy about this. And let's see what else we can do while we wait. While we wait, I found another great spot that I want to show you, which is Domino Park. It's this strip along the water, and what you'll see is that you have amazing skyline views, a view of the Williamsburg Bridge. It's a great photo spot and also just kind of a nice relaxing spot, especially because they have these lawn chairs all along where you can just chill out, enjoy, read a book, chat with a friend. This is a really great spot that I would recommend to locals or tourists. Just come hang out. I'm back. A corner table! Ooh, yes. Thank you. I know what I'm getting. Thank you so much, Peyton. Ooh, thank you. It's hot, but it's so good. Cheers, my friend. Wow, look at this. Time to dig in. It's like work of art. No wonder this is one of their best sellers. This is amazing. And I've also had their avocado toast. That was awesome. Whatever my boyfriend got last time we were here, he also really enjoyed. And you've got to get this Sunday in Brooklyn pancake. It's like their specialty here. We got it last time and split it because it's big and it's a lot. So I didn't want to get it this time because it's just me. But that was really awesome. And I feel like if you're coming here and it's your first time, you've got to try that pancake. It's like their signature. As you can see, there's a lot more energy, a lot more people, just more going on, and that's because we're on Bedford Avenue. So you've also got some chain stores, like we're passing the Apple Store, Alo's in front of us, Sephora's in front of us. There's a Duane Reade, which is like Walgreens but in New York. There's a Whole Foods here, which is convenient for anyone who lives in the area. So this is just sort of, there's a T-Mobile, a bank, and then the boutiques sort of start up here at North 4th. Norbu is a jewelry store here in Williamsburg that I've just always thought that their stuff is really cute and fun. Something else that's cool about Bedford is that a lot of makers just set up on the sidewalk to sell their art, or there's a guy who sells books that are really fun that I bought a lot of books from, and just lots of makers. So fun. This is such a fun bookstore. I always loved kind of popping in here and seeing what they had. It's a really neat collection. Joe's Pizza. Apparently that is Seth Meyers' favorite pizza shop in the city. Someone asked when I went and attended his show, and so right afterwards my boyfriend and I went to eat there. So I posted that on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you get over there, and also make sure to like this video because you made it this far, which means you like it. Oh, how I love it here. And I love the architecture, I just can't get over it. Oh hey, we are standing in front of the Doc Martens store, wearing Doc Martens. This may look like just a quick takeout menu when it comes to eating pizza, but they are so inclusive with different dietary restrictions. It's incredible. Gluten-free, vegan. I mean, you can make almost any customization I feel like that you want, and their prices are pretty affordable. So I definitely recommend Vinny's because the pizza is great. I've eaten here at Terraza North 9th. It is great, really good food. And they have some sort of cheese appetizers that they like light on fire and flames, and it's pretty fun. So this is another good restaurant here in Williamsburg. If you come to Williamsburg on a Saturday or a Sunday, you should definitely stop by Brooklyn Artists and Fleas, where you can find lots of local makers, from jewelers to soap makers, artists. This is a fun spot. We're gonna go ahead and get in there and explore and possibly talk to someone I know in there who has an amazing story. Fresh yet relaxing. Oh, so cute. Is this a money clip?
It's a Thai bar.
It's a Thai bar. Oh my god. Obsessed. Look at that blanket. Wow, so beautiful. This is one of the newer pieces, and it's of Bedford Avenue here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Don't miss the mix of mediums. That's a photograph.
I started designing when I was 18 years old. I was designing for another jewelry designer. She really liked me. I used to make her coffee. I used to be a barista. So I used to make her coffee every morning, and she's like, oh, if you ever want to work with me, just come on over, right? So I started working with her and learning and learning. So she retired 5 to 6 years ago, and that's when I started Kayla Jewelry. I get inspired by the way I feel, my customers, what they say, what's in fashion, like clothing wise, and then it all translates into what would look good with the color that's in right now, you know, everything. I get inspired by all of those things. I was born in Queens, but we moved to Colombia when I was 11 years old. So I was raised in Colombia. When I came back to the US, I was 18. So it was like, for me, everything was like brand new. I have a whole collection that's called Colores, which I mix.
Yes, I love that collection.
Yes. So I get inspired. I'm from Medellin, Colombia. So we have a lot of flowers, a lot of colorful birds. So I was inspired by just their color, their warmth. We do it all. Like, we design it, we polish it, we do everything.
Just a short walk from the Brooklyn Artisan Fleas is where you'll find Smorgasburg during warm weather months, I believe April to October, and it's the largest weekly open-air food market in the United States. It's definitely worth coming out to, whether you're visiting or local here. Actually, I feel like a lot of tourists do not know about this, so insider tip if you're a tourist, and if you're a local, then you can enjoy an activity without being barraged by tourists. And I have a whole video about it on this channel that you can check out after this. It will be linked in the description below. Thank you so much for spending the day with me in Williamsburg, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye!